Hello everyone. I'm Ayato Tokubi, a software engineer at Red Hat and a maintainer of Cryo. Sorry, I'm not a contributor of cAdvisor, but I'll be talking about cAdvisor as well. This session will be covering pod and container resource metrics in Kubernetes and its enhancements in the coming releases. And it won't be covering metrics of container runtime and Kubernetes themselves, auto scaling based on metrics and metrics monitoring solutions. First, let me talk about the metrics endpoints available in Kubernetes. Kubernetes exposes 3 endpoints that provide node, pod, and container resource usage. First, we have the summary API, accessible at stats summary. This endpoint provides aggregated metrics at 3 different levels: node, pod, and container. It returns the data in JSON format. This summary is used for node pressure eviction, such as memory, disk PID pressure. Next, we have the cAdvisor metrics endpoint at metrics cAdvisor. This exposes some cAdvisor's metrics. Unlike the summary API, this endpoint returns metrics in Prometheus format. This endpoint is probably the most familiar one for users. The third endpoint is the resource metrics API at metrics resource. This focuses specifically on pod CPU and memory usage. Memory usage metrics and used for auto-scaling. There are some other metrics endpoints that are not related to pod resource usage. You can access all of these metrics using this command, although it would be more useful to see those metrics via monitoring solutions like Grafana or something like that. In the next couple of slides, I'll talk about the upcoming KEPs related to metrics. The first one is cAdvisor-less stats. Currently, those metrics and stats are gathered by cAdvisor, integrated in Kubernetes. This proposal suggests shifting some metrics implementation from cAdvisor to CLI, like Cryo or Container D. Node-level metrics will continue to come from cAdvisor, while pod and container-level metrics will shift to being sourced directly from CLI. This change will reduce the risk of inconsistencies and wasting resources on redundant collection by both cAdvisor and CLI. It also enables us to gather metrics from non-container workload, like VMs. Both CLI and cAdvisor metrics are essentially reading from the same underlying data sources, mainly cgroup file system and proc file system. However, CLI implementation is currently lacking. While the Kubernetes side is ready for this transition, the container runtimes need to step up their metrics collection capabilities to make it a reality. This KEP has been alpha status since Kubernetes 1.29. You can test this feature by enabling this feature gate, though it should lack some of the metrics. Next, let's explore the other KEP, which introduces precious store information metrics to Kubernetes. Precious store information, or PSI, is a Linux kernel feature that provides real-time visibility into resource contention. It measures, sorry? Okay, sorry. Okay, where I am. PSI metrics. It measures how much time processes are waiting for CPU, memory, and I/O in the time frame of 10, 60, 300 seconds, and accumulated total. This data helps identify performance bottlenecks and optimize resource allocations. The key advantage is that PSI can be used on a per cgroup basis with cgroup v2. This means we can get granular insights into resource contention at both the pod and node level. This KEP basically has 2 proposals. The first one is to enable PSI metrics by default without any additional middleware to gather it. This will allow users to check resource contention per pod or container easily. This proposal may be going to be in another KEP. The second one is to utilize node-level PSI to set node conditions and taints. This could enable much smarter scheduling. This KEP is quite recent. It's been an alpha since Kubernetes 1.33. You can test this feature with this feature gate, since Kubernetes can collect them with the integrated cAdvisor. Cryo has implementation to collect PSI, but it doesn't expose it via CLI API, so it can be used with the previous KEP feature gate for now. I couldn't use this feature with Container as well, and I tested, but apparently it also has the implementation collect PSI. Sorry, I'm not sure about the Container, so correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so let's wrap up this session. First, we looked at the metrics and the points and how to check resource usage. Next, we looked at two KEPs related to metrics. The first one is the cAdvisor-less share full metrics. This removes duplicate collection by shifting from cAdvisor to CLI implementation, enabling to collect metrics beyond containers. The second one is PSI metrics. This introduces resource contention indicators for deeper resource utilization insights. We Cryo team always welcome contributions. That's all for today. Thank you for listening.